Do your ideas solve the problem you set out to address? It's time to find out in the test stage. In this stage, you let people use your prototypes to see if your solutions make sense to them and learn whether your ideas meet their needs in a desirable and practical way. Testing might not go the way you expect, and that's okay, because you'll use what you learn to improve your designs. The process of getting feedback and refining your prototypes is called iteration, and it's how you get to the best solution. The design team at South Middle School tests their prototypes over the course of a week and learns a lot. The first day that the suggestion box is up, the team talks to each class and asks them to drop their ideas in the box before the end of the week. By Friday, there are a lot of suggestions in the box. The students are excited, but as they look at the slips, they realize many suggestions are inappropriate, like get rid of the mushy pizza at lunch or clean up the graffiti in the bathroom. Some didn't even have to do with school. The students realize they have to redesign the suggestion slip and maybe even the poster and the visuals on the box in order to get the information they want. Still, there were some good responses, like wanting to learn about VR, or wanting to go into medicine or become an NBA player. They share the responses with the teachers and are excited to hear the teachers start brainstorming about ways to include students' interests in class. For example, the ELA teacher talks about how athletes often have foundations. He could have students pick their favorite athletes, research the athletes' charitable activities, and then create web pages or brochures for the foundations they would launch as famous athletes. The team realizes that implementing activities based on student interests will create extra work for their teachers, so they talk to the teachers about how often they could do suggestion-based activities. For the virtual visitor program, the team scheduled the doctor to Skype with the science class on Tuesday, and the representative from the mosque to visit the social studies class on Wednesday. The doctor had an emergency and canceled on them shortly before class started, which was disappointing. But the visitor from the mosque was a big hit. He was easy to talk to and taught them about the 5 pillars of Islam. They also had a lively discussion about the perception of Muslims in the United States and discrimination. Then, to their surprise, the team belatedly heard back from the German Society, and they were able to schedule a last-minute Skype session for Friday's English class. The gentleman, Mr. Schmidt, had great stories to share, but the connection was bad and the kids struggled to hear him. Setting up the visits, both virtual and in person, was a lot of work, and the students learned the hard way that unexpected problems pop up. But all of the students enjoyed the visitors, and this is something the design team can help implement. The work isn't all on the teachers. The team decides to set a schedule with teachers to have a monthly visitor, and they plan to do a bit more prep work for each visit, like having a pre-visit dial-in to test their connection. The social studies teacher points out that running this program is a great opportunity for the students to practice life skills. The math and music teachers delivered a week-long joint lesson on sound and frequencies that ended with students building panpipes. The work was challenging for the students, but they got really into the activities and said it was the most fun they had all year in math. The design team debriefed with the teachers, who agreed it was a lot of fun, but said it was hard because they don't have common planning time, and this was a lot of work. Also, the music teacher pointed out that she's only at the school part-time, so she was there on her personal time when she visited the class. The students really want to do more things like this, but they realize it's out of their control. Fortunately, the principal visited the class that week and was impressed with what the teachers were doing. So she told the students she'd talk to all of the teachers about trying to do more projects like this. Maybe even designate a week for school-wide collaborative lessons. The team is excited by how successful the activities were in terms of making school fun and engaging. But their biggest discoveries are that teachers have creative ideas about how to incorporate student interests in their classroom when they know what those interests are, and teachers don't have a lot of time. They will continue talking to teachers and the principal about activities that make learning fun and connected to the real world. Because the team tested, they know which design ideas help solve the problem and how they can make their ideas even better. How will testing help you improve your designs?